Hey everybody, what is up and welcome here to the very first episode of this Rating FC career mode that we've got going on in FIFA 20, guys. As you can see, it's going to be an awesome career mode and it's got face cam, as you can see here. Hello. And we're going to be getting into some things. We're going to do a real in-depth career mode, similar to some other YouTubers that you may have seen. And we're just going to be going through, sorting out the team, trying to make our way into the Premier League, and trying to get into winning the championship this season, maybe even coming somewhere decent in the standings, guys. As you can see here, though, we're currently in the start of the season, so we're into the transfer window here. We've got the preseason tournament coming up. We've got 3 games here, as you can see, in July, and then we've got the championship starting. We've got the games kind of like the Cabero Cup here, and we've also got a whole bunch of league games to fill up the months, guys, as you can see. And there's also some pretty interesting things going on. If you guys look over here, we've got board expectations here at Rating FC. We're going to get straight into this with the highest priority, which is the thing we're going to focus on most this season, which is our youth development. As you can see, it says sign 4 players to your youth academy assigned to the midfield position, which is interesting. Guys, if we can just do that, that's all we have to do. Sign 4 players assigned to the midfield position. That's a high priority. That should be pretty easy. So we're going to send out a couple of scouts, which we're going to get into real soon. Then we can get that done and get our high priority done for the season. Our domestic success, which is the championship, it says finish mid-table, which isn't too tricky. As long as we can get a decent run going, we should be able to finish mid-table. But hopefully we're going to aim for playoff places or promotion straight into the Premier League this season, if we can get a good enough team going. And the financial one here says finish the season with a profit margin of 8.9 million. That's going to be interesting to see how we go with that one. That's only a low priority. There is no continental success for the season, which is great. And within 3 seasons, increase the season ticket holders with at least 10% of the stadium's capacity, 3 seasons remaining. So that's when we get into Premier League and get into the cups and stuff. Hopefully we can get some wins going, guys. As you can see from our finances, we have 7.7 million transfer budget to spend. 24,000 wages, which we can move up and down and change a little bit. This is the FIFA's FIFA realism mod as well, guys, just so you know if you haven't seen this already. It means I can do extra cool things like where is it? I'm very new to this as well. So where is it? I think it's in this one. You can edit transfers. Over here I can edit players completely. So if there's things you want to see, if someone's got a haircut or something that we like or want to change slightly, like we can go to the championship. We can head straight to rating here. As you can see, we can pick any one of our players, for example Busquets here, and we can change everything about him: the kit number, nationality. Not that we're going to change any of that, we're going to keep it really realistic, but you can change things that we want to change if we feel like we need to. And as you can see, guys, it looks pretty cool. And there's lots of cool things we can do here in this career mode, which is really nice. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with how the realism mod's going to work. We're going to look at the team lineup. We're going to get into the squad hub soon and look at some signings for the team. So as you can see in the squad hub, guys, or in the team selection, they are set out as a default 5-3-2 formation, which I don't really want to play this season. I want to play a 4-3-3 with an attacking midfielder, which is this one here. And that one thing that this rating squad is missing is wingers. That's the main thing we're going to be buying, and then we're going to be spending the rest of our money on youth scouts and buying youth players and bringing them into the squad, hopefully with high potential that we can train up. So at the moment we've got no right winger really, except for Gareth McCleary, who is down here. So for now we'll put him in. Other than that, we don't have any right wingers, which is kind of sad. And looking at some of the other players in the squad right now, we're just going to move a few around. As you can see, got Busquets up front. At the moment, he's on the left wing, but I think we're going to get rid of him and buy a new winger. For now, we'll put up Danny Lohner up there. Danny Lohner is he's 18 years old. He's got great potential, and it's like 83 potential. We've also got this guy down here, Ulsi. He has got amazing potential as well. He's up to like 83 or 4 potential, so he's going to be starting in a few games with us as well. So it's going to be pretty good to have these guys in the squad. I'm going to leave them on the bench for now. This is what our team looks like at the moment, though. We've got Raphael in goal to start this season off. We've got Matt Magazi, we've got Liam Moore, we've got Richards and Yidom at the back. So these aren't too bad. For the championship squad at 74, 72, 73 is actually really good like rated players. We've got 72 Yidom, who's a really good wingback, and Richards, who's a great wingback as well. So we're going to be playing with these guys to start with in defense, and then as we get through the season. Maybe in January we may look to sign some more players. The only players I really want to sign is a left winger and a right winger of like a youngster, maybe even just one, or get someone on loan for the season. I'm not sure. We've got Danny Loader and we've got Puskas, who are going to be playing the main role up front. We've got Swift as well as Ulsi here at center attack and mid, and then we've got Algeria, Renomota, and we've also got Pele here as well as backup. So guys, there's a few players in the squad which look good. There's a few players who we don't want, so that's going to be our lineup for now. We'll get more into that soon. Looking at the squad hub though, we're going to just go through the team, and I'm just going to put up for sale anybody who I don't see being in this squad. Sam Walker, a reserve goalkeeper. We've already got Virginia and Raphael, so I don't think we need a third reserve goalkeeper, especially if we get a youth player coming in. That'll be really good. We've got 3 left wing backs here, so I'm actually going to put Tyler Blackett up for sale because I prefer Richards, and then I prefer Obita as well. Richards has good potential, so we might be able to grow him a little bit as well. Looking at the centre backs, we've got Magazi. We got he's on loan, so he's not ours, but he's on loan, which is good. So which means we can replace him next season if we go up and he goes back to his club. We've got Liam Moore, who is our player. He's really cool. He's our captain. We've got Morrison, who's older than most, but I'm not sure about him. He's going to be a backup. We've also got Tom Mcintyre, 20 years old with 62 rated. He's not too bad. We're going to keep him in as the backup centre back, but I think we're going to put up for sale Osho and this guy, Odimayo, and put them both on the transfer market. We've got Watson out on loan at the moment. He's on loan to Coventry City. We got Yadom, Gunter, Howe at the right back position. I'm going to put Howe up for transfer, and we're going to keep Gunter as backup, and we're going to keep Yadom as the main right back. We've got Pele, Romanita at the CDM position. We're going to keep both of them there for now. That's good. We've got Josh Barrett here. He's 62. He's 21 years old. He's not the best, so his stats are really average. I'm going to put him on the transfer list, so I don't see him staying at the club. We've also got Ryan East here as well. I'm going to put on the transfer list. We'll keep Charlie Adam here for a season, see how he goes. He is 33 years old. He's decent rated though, and he can take free kicks. So we'll keep him in for now. We've got Algeria on loan, I think from Liverpool, I believe, who is really cool. We're going to keep him here. He's good. We got Ulsi here, 61 rated, 17-year-old from France. We're going to keep him in the squad, that is for sure. He has got great potential. We've got John Swift at centre attack and mid, who is going to be staying in the squad. We've got Gareth McCleary, we'll keep as a backup right midfielder. On loan at FCSB, we've got Adrian Popper, who will probably sell upon his return. We've also got Barrow there, as you can saw before, who was out on loan. If he comes back, we may look at keeping him depending on how we go next season. He is a really quick left winger. And just carrying on down here, looking at the strikers now. The one I really don't know why, but I just don't like Lucas Boy. I'm actually going to terminate his loan straight away. I don't really want him in my squad. We're going to put Joao on the transfer list. We're going to put Baldock on the transfer list. Mete on the transfer list. We're going to keep Loader and Puskas, and we're going to go and sign left wingers and right wingers, and maybe one more striker. Probably not. We've got 2 that are pretty good, depending on how injuries go. So as you can see, we've just done that, guys. We're going to be looking, we'll sort out our secondary team sheet soon. And we're actually going to go look at some of the transfers that I have thought of and had a look at for you guys to see. There's a couple of players in here which I really, really want. They have got really high potential, especially Ozzy and De La Vega. They have like 88 potential according to Fifa. There's Saka here from Arsenal. There's a 16-year-old here who looks really good. Adam here. Doku, who I think is really cool. There's Solomon. I'm guessing his name is Milay. And Kobu, who's on. I'm probably not going to be able to sign him. That's fine. But these are just options for the right mid and left mid position. And then this guy was just really good, so he is an option. But I don't know if we'll have the money to sign him. I think this guy has just recently joined, so he doesn't want to leave yet. This guy is currently out on loan. He has recently joined. He's currently out on loan. So most of these aren't really options, but I want to keep them here. He's just recently joined. That's annoying. Recently joined. This one we can get. Jeremy Doku, who looks really good, we can probably try and get. We can also try and get him. But I don't know if I want 2 right wingers. It might be good, but you never know what kind of youth prospects might come through. But the one I really want here is Urzi at the moment, guys. He has currently joined his club and won't move again, but we can approach to loan him, which is what we're going to do. We're going to see if we can get him out on loan for the season at left midfield, and I'll be able to change his position to left wing. So we're going to go for a 1-year loan deal, and they've said, yep, they're happy with that for a 1-year loan deal. And I asked how they're going to split the wages, and I will pay 70%. Ah, they want me to take care of the wages entirely. Yep, that's fine. That's not even that much. Finalize the deal. That's great. So hopefully, if the player accepts that, we will have him on loan for the season, which will be great. At left wing, he's got great potential. He's already 70 overall. So in terms of a championship left winger, he will be really, really good. As you can see there, he's got great acceleration and speed and stuff. And he's 19 years old, speed dribbler. So hopefully we'll get him in. As for the right winger, guys, we're trying to figure out who we want. Vega looks like someone who could be really good, but as you can see, he has a massive release clause, which means I probably think I won't get this player because I have a feeling he's valued way too highly for us. As for if we get him at left mid, I'm not sure we want to get Saka because we don't want to waste too much money. I actually want to spend quite a lot of money on youth prospects, some youth scouts and youth signings. So the only other thing is to get a right winger at the moment to start this off. Whether or not we go for one of these guys, Doku or Hoizek, I'm looking more towards Doku at the moment, so I'm going to go in for approaching to buy him. I got to make sure I offer enough money though, because he is quite a good little young player, and I'm not sure how much he's worth. So we're going to try and figure this out. Let's go onto the same page. What kind of deal we want to discuss? I want to go for a player swap, and I'm going to try and give them Lucas Zhao. Oh, he's worth lots of money. Jeez, Puskas is worth 14 million. What? No way. Mete 7 million. What did it say about that? We can consider swapping Doku, but we're looking to bring in a midfielder, fullback, or winger. Interesting. Fullback. Tyler Blackett? Maybe. Yes, how much money? They want 5 million as well. Ouch. I mean, that'd be good to get rid of Tyler Blackett. I'm going to counter that with a... We're going to put it down to 5. I mean, that's pretty good. And then we won't need to... Oh, how much does that leave us? 2.7. We're going to bring that down a little bit more. 4.5. Let's see if they accept that. That's 4.5 million plus Tyler Blackett for Jeremy Doku, which is an interesting deal, but hopefully that's not bad. He's worth more. They want 4.7. That's okay. I'll accept that. So that's more than I was going to, less than I was going to ask for in the first place. That's pretty good. I'm happy with that. We're gonna get a deal, so hopefully we can proceed on to the contract negotiations with the player now. So we've got Doku here, and we're gonna negotiate to try and get him on a decent contract here, guys. Remember, he's 17 years old, and he plays for Anderlecht at the moment, Belgium, little winger, 17 years old. He's going to be really good, so hopefully we can get him into the squad. He wants a rotation role, which is completely fine. I'll accept that. I was actually going to give him more of a role, but that's okay. We're making progress. Let's agree on how many years. I'm going to say 5. Yes, that's what they want. That's great. So we've got a 5-year deal. My client is looking to add a release clause. Is that okay? And yeah, that's fine. I don't want a release clause just yet. What if he becomes the best winger in the world? We don't want him being able to be released for so little money. Okay, let's move on to... I'm glad they've offered the wage. I will happily accept that because that sounds good. So signing on bonus 21,000, 10 goals, he gets 31,000. That sounds pretty good to me. I've accepted that, guys. And we have signed Jeremy Doku into the squad. Yes! We've got our first signing for Reading FC, and if we get Ozzy on loan for the 1 year, we will be able to have both of those wingers already, and then we can focus on bringing in youth. That's probably the only signing I'm going to want to bring in if we can get Ozzy here. That will be really, really good. Looking at the youth staff now, guys, we're moving on. I'm going to hire a scout. I want to hire the middle one just because I can. And, oh, look at that. He's too expensive. Oh, no. Oh, Alistair Ross. 5-star judgment, 5-star experience for 3.96 million. I wonder if I can adjust my budget to get him in. Let's see what we can do. I might be able to. I yes, I can. Oof. And we don't buy any more players. That's the only thing with that. But we're going to get a very good scout out of it. There he is. Don't have enough budget. Oh, I was so close. We didn't make it enough. Hang on, let's do that again. Let's go here, and we're going to push that up to 4. Alright guys, we've got enough budget now. We haven't got much wages left though, but we're going to sign a very good scout, which is the one thing we really need, I believe. So we got a top class scout here. Look at that, 5-star experience, 5-star judgment. Now we're going to send him off to a country. We're going to send him to... Where do we want players from? I'm going to send him to Brazil, guys. I'm enjoying Brazilian players at the moment. We're going to send him for 3 months. Do we have enough? Yes, we do. 3 months to scout Brazil. Okay, so that's that done. And the other thing we can do with this mod, guys, is we can actually request funds if we, in return for a higher objective. So I'm going to see what we can do here. How much do we want? Do we even want more money? Maybe we hold this out until January, and if we want another player, we do it then. But this is an option to request more funds, and we can change that to all these things. Fight promotion and automatic round of 16 quarterfinals. Okay, so there's some options there to do. I don't think I'm going to do it just yet because I feel like we've got enough. We've got no transfer budget and 2,000 wages left. So if we can get Doku in and Urzi in, then we will be completely out of money, but it will be good. So as you can see, all these things are passed through. We've got our scouts set up, and it is the very start of the season, guys. Here we go. Getting into the first preseason game. We're going to sim through the preseasons. I'm actually going to set up some training as well. So we're going to get this underway very shortly. Just waiting for it to load. Here we go. We've also got a few players chatting to us as well. Probably the ones that all got listed. And here we go, looking at the training now. Adding the first drill, we're going to put it on for loader. And we're going to do adapt attacking scenarios. We're going to move on to, who else have we got? Doku, yes, he's in the squad. Yeah, that's right, I forgot. Oh, agility's 93, acceleration's 88. He's going to be a really good right winger. Really, really good. Let's get his reactions up, that's a good thing to do. Guys, so he's going to do training on that. We've also, who have we got in here? We've got this guy who needs training, that's for sure. What should we train him on? Racing up to clock, bucket race. It's not, yeah, we'll do that one. Get some of his stats up. We'll change these up as we go through the season. We've also got the fullbacks here. I want to get Richards up. I reckon he can push up quite high. If we put on a decent training for him. Adept defending scenarios. Yeah, he needs to get defending up. And we've got one more slot left, which I'm going to give to Doku because we want to push this boy up nicely with some good, there we go, attacking scenarios. Okay, so those are our main ones for now, guys. We've got Loader, Doku, Olsey, Richards, Doku. I'm going to simulate them all. C's and D's for now, that's not the greatest. But that's our first ones out of the way. And going here now to the notifications tab in the office. The defender here, the young defender, says, I'm glad you decided to sell me. Hasn't been keen to play here at all. And I say, glad we're aligned. Teddy Howe, same again. Glad we're aligned. Same again. Glad we're aligned. They're all happy to go. Surprised, but a bit glad you've taken steps. You're better off somewhere else, Mete. Josh Barrett. Glad we are aligned. And Joel. Everyone's happy they're leaving. That's crazy. Oh, that's funny. And Moores is greetings from the captain. Nice to meet you too. Alright, so everyone seems to be happy with the fact that I've transfer listed them, which is probably good. So we're going to go forward and sim this first game of the preseason. We've got a transfer offer already coming in for Mete for 8 million. What? Is he worth that much money? An Osho for 500,000. Alright, I'll take it. That's a lot of money. Is the values just all gone up in this to realistic values? I'm guessing that's what it is. Compared to the career mode I did before, it's definitely a different values of all the players, that's for sure. So maybe that's what it is. It's just players are valued more. Maybe that was why Doku cost more than I thought he did the first time we got Mete here. So yeah, we're going to accept that for an 8 million offer from, who was that from? Sporting Kansas City. And Osho has been offered from Leyton Orient for 500,000. That's fine. We're going to accept both of those. And, sorry, I'm very sick at the moment still. Trying to get these videos done. And we're going to continue on now, guys. We've got the first... we're going to get Doku in there, actually. And get McCleary off. Doku here. And we'll put McCleary... yeah, for Mete on the bench. Obita can come on to... for you. Anyone else wants to come on? Looks pretty good. We're going to be signing some youth players from Brazil, hopefully with good potential that we can fill up. And if we sign 4 of them, the youth squad, the youth priorities will be done then as well from the board, which will be really good to help us this season. 1-0 win here, guys. As you can see, Danny Lohner playing left wing goes and scores the game-winning goal. So we've got a nice 1-0 victory here to start off our European International Cup in the pre-season. So look at that, top of the table. Very nice indeed. Oh, and look, there's a transfer offer from Swift. I didn't even put him up for sale. 9.5 million for John Swift. I will probably decline that one. That's from Fulham. I do want to keep him in the squad. He is pretty good. He's pretty good. Yeah, I'm gonna say no to that one. And have we got another offer? No, that's fine. John Swift, no. Okay, that's all good. And we're going to be moving on now and looking, guys, at the news. Just having a quick look at. I think it was Doku. Yeah, look at that, promising debut. Having his little interview there. Good man. Looking now, we've got another transfer offer from Mete from LAFC. Is that from the American club? It is. Oh, 8.4 million. I'll accept that as well. That's good. Looks like he's going to be heading off to the MLS. Mr. Mete. That's good for him. And let's have a look here. Yes, we've got our man at left wing. Urzi has been loaned in. He's accepted a 1-year loan deal to move to the club. Augustin Urzi will be available from training and selection. You can already include him in your plans for the next match. He will return to Benfield as soon as his 1-year loan has expired. Awesome. And we've got a transfer offer here for Teddy Howe as well for £460,000. So we're going to accept that from Club Atlético de San Luis. So we've accepted that for him. And we're just waiting on these other clubs. Might get an extra 8 million in for Mete. We could then sign up a couple of other players if we want. So guys, we've got Urzi coming into the squad now. I'm actually going to put Danny Lohner up front because he's young and keen, and we're going to put Urzi on at left mid, and Puskas can go on the bench for Mcintyre. Actually, no, for Morrison. Here we go. Looking good. We're going to get Olsey on for a game, I think. And look at that, guys. We've signed 2 wingers already. He's only 17 years old, 66 rated for the squad. That's great. And Urzi here, guys. Ooh, he's going to be good. He is going to be really good. All right, looking at the next game in this preseason tournament, guys. We've got Reading away. I'm not going to play it. What am I doing? What am I doing? I'm going to sim it. And here we are getting the simming underway now. Reading against Mcintyre. Oh, we lost 2-0 here. Not what we needed. And Algeria's picked up a slight knock in that one by the looks of it. Unfortunately for us, having a look at... Oh, we got a transfer offer from Moore. Player injured, yes, 7 days out with a pulled hamstring. We got a 7.7 million transfer offer from Moore from Huddersfield, which I'm going to reject because I don't want to sell him. And let's look on now to the next game. Hopefully we can win this. Now we're 2nd place. And we're going to get the training underway. I'm actually going to take off... I'm going to take off this one. And I'm going to add in one for Urzi, because I think he should be getting up as well, even though he's only on loan. We're going to get his... Oh, that'll be good to get up, I think. He's got 90 sprint speed. That's great. His dribbling could do a bit of work in his reactions, but... What else have we got? His finishing's at 59. Okay, we'll do some speed shooting for him to get his finishing up. Being a left winger, he's going to be wanting to score the goals. So we'll be training him. Look at that. A's and B's mostly there today. That's much better. And now continuing on, guys, into the 3rd and final group game of preseason very soon. International management potential opportunities. Transfer offer for Mete again, 8.4 million. Who's this from? Is this a Chinese? How do I accept that? How do I go down? Huh? Currently negotiating with sports in Kansas. Ah, okay. That's cool. We'll leave that as is. And now getting to the final game. Final scout reports have come through for these players. I scouted a few people who we had in the list, but it's probably not even worth who's this? Probably not even worth going into it. We've accepted another offer for Ryan East, or a offer for Ryan East, which is good. So we're slowly working on the squad at the moment, guys. It's looking really good. We've got the final game here, and if we can win this one, we will be heading... Oh, I need to sort out the squad quickly. Who was it? Algeria, yeah. Okay, so we'll replace him with... Oh, we're having a bit of a moment. Replace him with him, and we'll get John Swift back in. Where's John Swift? And we'll get this guy to go ahead and have a rest for Charlie Adam. So now we've got our squad looking pretty strong again. Getting the season underway very soon, guys. And we're going to sim this game here against a Pescada. Hopefully we can win this one. Fingers crossed. Oh, it's a 1-1 draw, which might just be enough to put us through into the semis. The more money we get from this, the better. So as you can see there, we have advanced to the semis. We've got prize money, which is the main thing, £712,000 more. That's so much money. And we're going to be simulating on through to the next training session, or the next game. Oh, one more. There we go. And we've got the semi-finals coming up now. We're going to sim this one straight away. Get through this preseason nice and quickly. And then we're going to get underway with the start of the season. Oh, we lost 2-1. That is it for the preseason. So who scored for us? Denny Loader scored for us, and he missed a penalty. That's unfortunate. And they ended up winning 2-1. So we have come away from the preseason tournament, finishing off in semi-final place. Not too bad. Howe has been sold. We ended up getting $1 million out of that total, which is great. Is that $1 million plus 700,000? That's pretty good if it is. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with how the preseason tournament went. We got as far as we needed to. We've now got an extra 2.11 million in the transfer budget to spend. So we'll quickly go over to the finances and just adjust that accordingly slightly, just to get a bit of money on the wages side of things. And looking at our youth staff, yeah, I'm happy with. I'm real happy with this guy. I wonder if there's any more youth staff of any good. Yeah, not really. Maybe we'll leave them for now. I think we're happy with just the one youth scout and bring in some decent players, hopefully. And now, looking at the start of the season, guys, this is going to be real interesting. We've got, what, 1, 2, 3 weeks to prepare, and then we've got our first game of the season against Sheffield Wednesday, which is going to be a big game than Hull City. And then in the Cabrera Cup, we have got a game against Morecambe. And then moving on, we've got a game against Cardiff, West Bromwich Albion, Huddersfield, and Charlton to finish off the month of August. So it's going to be a pretty packed month. And looking through the squad, I think we're ready. I think we just need to wait until the 1st of... Oh, we've got training to do. The 1st of next month, when we get a report from the youth players, which we'll be able to bring in some more players before we sign anybody else. But we are selling people as well, which means we can bring in some more money and possibly get another player to fill in 1 or 2 more positions if needed, which is really good. So as you can see, Osho has sold, which is great. So we've sold 2 of the youngsters for 460 and 530. So we've got about $1 million out of those 2, which is pretty nice. And we're simulating on through now to the next training session. East has been sold as well. I'm just going to sim on to the next training day if I can. There we go. East is sold for 310,000, and we got a transfer offer in here from Jordan Obita. I don't think I want to sell him. That is a player who I believe we will be using, especially in the rotation system. So I'm going to reject that from Preston North End because I don't really want to sell him. I'm waiting for Mete to be sold. He's currently negotiating with Sporting Kansas City, and he's taken quite a while. He's also got LAFC in for him as well, which is great. So hopefully we'll get a decent chunk of money if he can agree terms with them. All right, we've got our next training session now, which is right here. And we're going to simulate this one and go, yes, well, look at that. Richards goes up a nice couple. We've got Ulsi up a few and Loader as well. That's not too bad at all. Look at that. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Look, he's worth 23 million, the guy we got out on loan. That's decent. All right, pushing through onto the next training session now. 4 days remaining. Transfer offer from Swift. Offer for Mete retracted. Is that the one? Who's that from? Is that just because I couldn't accept it? I don't know why I couldn't accept it. Then we've got a £9 million offer from Hamburg for John Swift. Jeez, and we had a 9.5 million from Fulham. We're going to reject that one as well. We're going to keep him in the squad for this season, see how he goes. And we're going to continue on with the simming until we get to the last couple of days. Oh, he's broken down transfer talks, but he has sold. There we go. That's all right. To Sporting Kansas City. Mete has gone. He's given us 8 million total and 6.5 million into the transfer budget, which is great. And that also means that the club have a bit more money in general. We've also got a loan. We've got a purchase offer for Josh Barrett for 1.9 million. Who's that from? That is from Rodez Avron Football. We'll accept that for him. So hopefully we can get rid of him soon. It's not valued too badly. And as you can see here, we're going to sim the next couple of the days, and we're going to have another training session. Oh, Modric here, guys. Looking at the latest transfer news, Luka Modric has been signed by Manchester City. That is interesting. And Real Madrid accept a £20 million bid from Leicester City for Nacho. Interesting. Okay, any other world news to go by? Nothing too bad. Defenders to watch. Nothing. Okay, that's good. And if we can see it here, the top deals so far in the transfer market this season are Jonathan Tah from Leverkusen to Liverpool, Modric from Madrid to Manchester City, and Maignan from that club to Bayern Munich, which is interesting. Looking at our next sim here, we're doing some training simulation. We got finishing up for Urzi up to 60, which is good. His sprint speed is 19, acceleration's 85. Those two wingers are going to be rapid on the wings. This should be really good for the season. So guys, as you can see, just progressing on a little bit further now. Got a loan offer from Tom Mcintyre. I don't want to. I want to keep him as my backup. And we're just waiting for Josh Barrett's one to come through. As you can see, continuing on to the next part, guys, we've got 4 days remaining. We're at the start of the season. This is it. The start of the season against Sheffield Wednesday, guys. Sheffield Wednesday. And we've got lots of talk coming in from the player chat. It's Morrison for this one. Upcoming game is crucial to our season. I feel great and think I'll do a much better job. He picked me over Magazi for this match. And I don't know if I want to be mean to him. I'll say I'll consider it. But I probably won't be starting him because the other two are way better. Training injury here. We've got the goalkeeper Virginia has a broken toe. He's out for 2 months. Good thing. Oh, that means he's out. That's just quite annoying, actually. And we've also got a torn quadricep for Danny Loader. That is disappointing. 2 months out for Danny Loader. We've also got another training injury for Omar Richard, a bruised rib for 9 days, which means we now need to get our monthly scout update, which is what it is right here. Just before the first game of the season to look at some of the youth players. Barrett has been sold to the team there for 1.9 million, and 1.4 goes back into the transfer budget. And guys, we're going to look at our monthly scout report now. Come on, some decent players from Brazil, please. Oh, there's quite a lot of them. Oh, not bad, not bad. Leandro Castro there. Kaliba Menezes. Oh, they've got not bad looking players. We've got also 14 years old, these players. 77 overall potential. Francisco Tavares. Not the greatest potential. Miguel Cruz, 84 here for Dennis Moraes. I suppose because we got 5-star scout, he's actually finding people who, because normally it says up to 94, then you sign them, but actually they don't actually ever get that good. The one thing I like to do is look at the value of the player. You can see 90,000 there, 110,000, which means their starting overall will be a little bit better. So he'll be quite good. What else we got? 230,000, which means he's going to be up in like the high 50s for a starting potential, and he's only 14 years old. That is interesting to know. 220,000, 140,000, 110,000. They're not going to be high. They're going to be like mid 50s. 200,000. He doesn't look too bad at all. Got to be really careful with this because this is a vital part of signing the right youth players. 100,000. Okay, so they're all not bad. 200, 110, 230 for Tavares, but he's only 14 years old, so we won't be able to sign him in. tricky. That guy's definitely not going to be any good. I'm going to release him because he's not going to have any potential or anything. Looking at these players, this is a tricky choice. I'm trying to figure out who we're going to actually have in the squad. 230 is probably the best one. 6'2", left foot. He's only 14 though, so I could sign him in for now. We're also going to sign in. Who do we want? Maybe this guy. He's got good potential. Yeah, we'll sign him in as well. And for now, I think that will do us as a goalkeeper. This is the only other one I could think of, maybe, but even his. We'll sign him up just in case, and then we'll reject the other ones. Okay, so we signed 3 players, guys, into the youth squad. We're going to leave them in there to grow and hopefully do well. Oh, the manager's ratings has gone up, as you can see there, are on target now, which is good. We've signed 1 out of 4 into the youth academy in the midfield position. That's good. That's going to be quite easy. So if we get a couple more reports through over the next few months, we must make sure we sign all of those and get that done. And then we'll be doing nicely in this. As you can see, our profits have gone up, which is great. Look at that. Transfer budget up to 10 million now. Player transfers, we've got a decent amount of money in. Shirt sales is going up. Algeria Urzi as well. And look at that, guys. 10 million in the bank. That is nice to see. So we're going to hold on to that for now. Looking at the youth staff, we might be able to sign someone else. Anyone decent? Oh, it needs to have like a reset button. I don't want any of these average players, of average scouts. It's kind of annoying. Alright, looking at our youth squad though before we get into the first game of the season. 54, 48, 53. So those two aren't too bad. 52 to 82 potential. This is coming from the 5-star manager's left back and a CDM. So he's only 14 years old. So he's got a long time to wait, but it's nice to see that the game's not as easy to sign youth players as it was before, because we signed some really good youth players straight away last time and it was kind of sucky. But we've got a decent 17-year-old CDM here who we could sign into the first team. He's got 54 overall at the moment and not bad potential depending on how much we train him. But for now, we're going to leave them in there. And we're actually going to check out our squad for the start of the season. Danny Loader is injured, so we're going to take him off for Puskas. And we've also got Virginia who's injured. Get Walker on there. We're going to get Loader out. We're going to get Algeria in. Oh, who's going to play? Who is going to play? It's probably going to have to be like this for now. Oh, look, he's gone up 1 stat point already. That's great. Richards is injured at left wing back. So we get Obita on. And we'll put Gunter on the bench. Okay, so this is what our starting squad will look like for the first game of the season. I think that's pretty good. I'm not going to bother too much with these tactics just yet. We'll sort that all out once we figure out how the team plays, I think. And we're going to get straight into the first game now.